Hello, everyone. Really nice to see you all here. My name is Arina Stivrina. I am co-founder of LegalHackers, and this is the first event of LegalHackers Riga dedicated to Baltic legal technology or legal tech solutions. Thank you very much for being with us today, despite the utter horror of war in Ukraine. Please support Ukraine. I know that all of us probably have already done so in many ways, but let's not stop. And we have a very special guest here with us today, a fellow University of Tartu graduate, Katerina Mishenko, also a member of fellow Kyiv Legal Hackers organization. And we invite Katerina to say a few words. Katerina, please. Katerina, unfortunately, we can't hear you.
That's bad. How about us? How about now?
Now we can hear you. Good.
Okay. Once again, hi everyone. My name is Kate. I'm co-founder of Odessa LegalHackers, and I'm a chair member of Kyiv LegalHackers. So, hi from Ukrainian LegalHackers. For now, we're doing great. We fight, and we're grateful for your help. We're grateful that you are in peace now, and we're okay. Kyiv is okay. LegalHackers are working. We all help the other military, to our civilians. I know some legal hackers who went to territorial defense, and one of our friends from legal hackers is on military now. If you asked me two weeks or 3 weeks ago if he can go to military, I said, no way, not that man. But we are fighting wherever we can, and we do whatever we can, and you do whatever you can, so we are grateful. We are grateful that you share information. We are grateful that you collect money. We are grateful that you do events, because this is civilian life and we miss the civilian life. And this event is like a little bit of fresh air in our lives, in my life. So thank you so much. I'd like to ask you for some help, for informational help. Me and another Kyiv legal hackers, we have and legal and law media, where we spread information about what is happening in Ukraine, about the war crimes, about some legal opinions and legal advices on LinkedIn. And if you can join our LinkedIn page and share information or follow our page just to help us to help others, that would be really, really nice. I'll send the link. We're Dead Lawyer Society. Don't ask about the name. Everybody, like everybody in Ukraine, when we are asking or sending letters, and we are Dead Lawyer Society, asking us, oh, come on, can you change the name? We had a situation when then from our ministry, people asked, how do you know that exactly is lawyer dead, not anybody else? We're like, no, it's just the name. So we are Dead Lawyer Society, we're Kyiv Legal Hackers. We are grateful that you have this event. We're grateful for your help. And I'll share a link in the chat for our LinkedIn page. So you can read, you can share, you can like, and this will really, really help to us to fight, to fundraise, to collect information, and to help others to survive. Thank you so much for your time, and really, I wish you really, really good event. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Katerina. Thank you for joining us today. And I can't express how glad I am to see you here with us, safe and alive. I would like to share that it is a really, really, really good feeling. So I would like to invite our guests to look at the link which Katerina shared, and please support Ukraine. Thank you, Katerina. Before we start, I would like to say a few words about legal hackers. Who are we and what we do? A month ago, our follower on Facebook asked us if we can hack into her boyfriend's Facebook account. I must admit that we can't and we won't do that. But we do a whole lot of other wonderful things. So who are we? Legal Hackers is a global movement of lawyers, policymakers, designers, technologists, and academics. We explore and develop creative solutions to the most pressing issues at the intersection of law and technology. We do local meetups, we do webinars dedicated to these issues, hackathons, and workshops. So we spot issues and opportunities where technology could improve the practice of law and where law, legal practice, and policy can adapt to rapidly changing technology. Today, our spotlight is on legal technology and more precisely on a few solutions which are native to the 3 Baltic states, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. We'll be covering law practice management solution Amberlo from Lithuania, contract lifecycle management solution Avokaado, also from Estonia, knowledge management solution for lawyers ExtendLaw from Estonia, legal counseling and legal chatbot technology solution HUGO.legal, also from Estonia, and last but not least, legal design solution RockTerms from Latvia. Importantly, LegalHackers Riga is not promoting or selling any of these solutions, notwithstanding the fact that one of our founders is representing a company we'll hear from today. But our task today is to shine light on bright solutions to pains of legal industry and its customers, created by innovative, inspirational, and courageous founders in the Baltic states. And today we'll do that by inviting our 5 guests to tell us about their solutions in 5 minutes, and also, if the technology allows, show us how does their solution work, also in 5 minutes. And by the way, thanks to EY Switzerland for this amazing legal tech demo idea. Please ask questions in the chat during the whole event, and I will address them to our guests in a Q&A session right after hearing all the presentations. But now, finally, I will let our amazing guests speak for themselves. Remember, rules are 5 minutes talking and 5 minutes to show if the technology will not stand in our way. And as a first guest, I would like to invite Mariana, the founder of Avokaado from Estonia. Hi, Mariana.
Yeah, hi, thank you. And hi from Estonia, from Avokaado. I'm really happy that Latvian Legal Hackers are organizing this event. I don't remember, it was like a year ago or something, we were discussing with the Baltic Legal Hackers that we should have this kind of event, but it never happened. And it has been a lot of stuff going on the countries and with the pandemic and now the war and everything, but still it's really nice to speak about technology, innovation, and meet you all, and also introduce you Avokaado and what we are doing. So yeah, as I said, my name is Mariana Hagström. I'm a founder of Avokaado, and Avokaado was founded in 2016 while I was still working in a law firm and working as a attorney at law and then partner. And I personally felt this pain, what it is to draft the documents, cooperate and collaborate with your colleagues and the companies we are working with. So it felt like every time we needed to serve the client, we had to start it from the scratch with the stuff what we were doing. Of course, today technology with the Evert and Erki and all the people which are sitting around this table as well has improved, but then I was missing really a tool to be more efficient and reach faster to the client and serve also my colleagues better as a managing partner. So yeah, that was the baseline how Avokaado was that's born. So past years we have been serving our client with contract lifecycle management and building like a truly deep data-driven technology inside. Our clients are mostly SMBs with a focus on medium-sized companies, which means basically if we're taking the Baltics perspective, these are big companies here, but in the global landscape, they are still small or medium-sized. So our our average client is around like 100, 500 employees, and we are helping them mostly, or our like a sweet spot are HR, B2B sales, compliance, and procurement documents. Mostly the clients have offices in different countries, so they would like to achieve consistency and avoid risk, manage risk, and also collaborate with all the stakeholders and the different company participants in the same platform. So basically, yeah, that's the like introduction. So I will really quickly speak about facts as well. So what we did in 2021, it's a good wrap up. So it will get an aim, I mean, how big we are, what we are doing. So it was 2021 was for the Avokaado really breakthrough year. So also the pandemic helped because everything went to remote, and the collaboration tools were really necessary, and the CLM started to boost globally. It became a really hot topic. What we did, we fundraised, closed the funding in 2021 February, and we raised to 850 euros. We grow our ADOC, which is our new document format we are innovating with, data-driven, actionable layered document format. We grow from 7,000 documents, which we did in past years, to 240,000 documents. So it was a huge growth for us. We grow from monthly recurring revenue for X, and what else? I mean, we did a lot of work as well for the community. We published, I will check now how many templates we published, almost 140 templates for the legal community, or for the drafters to use. We published 43 blog posts and ebooks, I mean, how to be more efficient, how to use the digital tools for contracting. And what else? So basically, we doubled our development team, and our team grew a lot during that as well. So in the end of the year, we came to next phase. We started to prepare our next fundraising, and then reviewed our strategy, and basically now we are very much into ADOC innovation and we want to become a dominant document new format globally. So that's quickly our intro, what we are doing in Avokaado and how big is our ambition.
Thank you so much for the amazing story. I was especially fascinated by the story of how you quit the position of managing partner of a law firm to change the legal industry. But I have one more question. Why did your company choose such name?
That's a very it's always like it's an icebreaker. People always ask why Avokaado, because I mean, it sounds differently than most companies, but that story is simple. When we were sitting down with our designers and developers in a review meeting, then we had to put some name to the project we were doing and to the MVP, and then it just clicked like, okay, but let's put the Avokaado, and let's review later. But I mean, but it actually sounds very similar to advocate or avocados in around the world, but it is not. So we are not legal service, and that's why we used the same kind of approach with the name as well, and it stayed actually.
Okay, this was also a very fascinating story. So who are users of your solutions? Are they mostly in-house or law firms?
No, actually, we are as I said as well, we are innovating this document format, which is layered, and these layers are basically the text which we are used to. It's a Word format, and then it's clauses and context and logic inside the next layer and design, and then comes the API and all the different metadata layers and transactional layers. So basically, when we speak about law firms, then they also use Avokaado and some like a big like procurement teams and then even state authorities when they need a complex document creation. Then you can just use the first layers of those documents and smart templates to be more efficient. But our tool with all the functionality and the value what we are creating, then all these workflows which corporate and operational teams are using, that's actually our like main focus is in enterprise software, where legal and legal departments could be part of it as well, and they are either managing CLM or preparing smart templates and upkeeping them as well up to date.
Okay, great. So I understand the legal industry is only part of your focus.
No, it's yeah. What we are saying as well, we are bridging the gap between legal and business operations. So it's not an island anymore. I wouldn't even differentiate because that's a contract. It's just one operation, and that's what we want to take away there. And when something went to the legal, then it means like it's a weeks and silence. We want to say like it's a part of all the operations, so you don't have to wait, pay too much, etc. So if you need to close the deal, then you can do it really fast without the legal because all the process is set up beforehand, and so that's automation and everything what we use there to actually move the contract from one stage and to another. So you don't have to upload, download, review, then new version again, email, whatever, like that's a million steps before you can get the job done.
Okay, great. Unfortunately, I understand that there will be no demo from you today, but could you please explain me just one more thing? Your client, Tele2, is now spending 1 hour on a process with 100 contracts, right? Which took 50 hours before. Could you please explain how that happens?
So yeah, unfortunately I cannot demo it, but I even would take, Tele2 is when we started, and then it was a success that, we were able to automate all the NDAs creation, which is like if we take a corporate and a business operation, then NDA, it's a basic thing when you start dealing with some party outside, then you sign NDA. And really legal departments do not have to review and draft NDAs every time and support the business units with that. So yeah, that was the first use case. But I actually would tell you, how like legal departments, business departments working right now. Let's say we have a client who needs to hire a new employee, and how it starts on our platform. So basically what bigger companies do, they need to fill in a employee card. So it's an information card where all your personal data and very often also the data which relates your family, how many kids you have. So the HR knows when to remind, maybe something, or when you have your really important dates or T-shirt number, whatever. So yeah, you can they can start the workflow at Avokaado. They type into the smart template the fields they know, then they can collaborate with a potential employee on this card. Employee fills in the data as well, and everything you see on the same platform. That's the logic with Avokaado. The documents do not travel, but the people and data travels in. So when this card is ready, then our system, which is integrated with HR system, already sends that data there, and the employee card is generated in that system. So basically, and then HR can initiate again the employment contract. Again, data goes to Avokaado smart template, and then they can continue drafting theirs. They approve, they sign, and then when document is signed again, then we can share that data and document again to some document management system or HR system or whatever. So we just fill that gap which actually big, whole and empty at the moment, and people have to fill in with manual task and uploading and downloading. We make it all like we are like a glue between in different systems. I mean, we say Avokaado fits in, so we fit in and fill in those empty place there to make everything smooth and everything happens in your browser. You don't have to insert one data insert in one time. You never have to do it again.
Thank you, Mariana. Thank you for the story about Avokaado and about the glue, which glues everything together. Thank you so much. I'm sure we will have questions to you in the end. But now let's welcome our next presenter from the country of unicorns, Evert from ExtendLaw.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mariana.
So, hi.
Hi, Evert. Very nice to meet you.
My name is very nice to meet you as well. So, hi, my name is Evert Nõll, and I'm from the company called ExtendLaw. And I'll also share some slides. We'll see if that works out for my computer. So, the idea what we are doing started actually more than six years ago. To tell you briefly my own background, then I studied mostly IT, then took law courses. I've also been an IT engineer in San Francisco in a legal tech company called Amberlo. I've been an IT advisor of Supreme Court of Estonia, and now we are building this company called ExtendLaw. So currently we have more than 2,000 lawyers in Estonia using our products. We have also clients in Latvia and Lithuania. And to give you the grasp what is it, then I'll bring it back to the beginning. So basically, this is a legal act of Estonian Police and Border Guard Act. Typically, you have many acts which are referencing to other acts, but there are no links. So we came up with the idea that there should be hyperlinks, and you should immediately see the reference that it's referencing to. And then the idea expanded that actually, if you read a legal act, many times you have to search for Supreme Court cases. You want to see explanatory notes, why the parliament actually passed the bill. And therefore, we expanded our offering. And one thing is Riigi Teataja or State Gazette module for Estonian. So we are adding extra information on top of legal acts. You can search for court cases. You can see explanatory notes. You can see translations to English, to Russian. You can add your own comments, which you can share internally. For example, here you can see an example on Estonian Act. Also, you can see how this specific article is changed over time. So the red one indicates that this word is now deleted. The green one indicates this has been now added. So the law changes over time, and with our solution, you can quickly understand how does this specific article evolve. Also, we have this specific or special legal search engine where you can search for court cases, legislations, and many more sources. You can immediately see the results. You can see the context. You can see it in website form, not in PDFs, which we have in Estonian. And you can search different sources. Also, we have a special module for Likumi.lv, which is the Latvian State Gazette. In there, we are adding extra information on top of Likumi. You can search for Latvian court cases. You can add your own comments, which your colleagues will see. So it's basically like an internal know-how which you can build. Also, we have EU module where you can search for EU court cases with one click. You can see if this specific directive is transposed to Estonian legislation. You can see the direct link to it. You can also add your own comments. And also we have Microsoft Word module, which is used not only in law firms, but in other companies as well. So in there, instead of building a separate portal where you try to build your documents, we just add extra functionality on top of Microsoft Word. So you can share your clauses there, you can save your templates. There's also, for example, an integration with Estonian, Latvian, and Lithuanian business registry. You type in the party name, immediately you will get the registry code, the right address, and so on. And also, as I mentioned, in all those modules, you can add your own comments. Then you can tie those together by using different keywords. So basically, it's like an Evernote for lawyers. You can see, I don't know, what is consent in GDPR. You can tie it to your Estonian or Latvian legislation and also to GDPR, Article 5, for example. So to conclude, our main purpose is to organize different legal information and enhance those legal acts which we have in EU, which we have in Estonia, and also in Latvia. Also exploring ways to maybe expand to Lithuania as well. And also this Microsoft Word module, well, which isn't really dependent on the language or jurisdiction. You can yourself just add clauses and templates and reuse them. So as I mentioned before, we have more than 2,000 lawyers using us, 60 plus law firms. So actually I saw the list of the names who are participants. So TGS, Baltic, Sorainen, Cobalt were actually among the first clients of us back in 2017 in Estonia. And all the other big ones are our clients as well in Estonia, and hopefully more and more in Latvia and Lithuania as well. So that's the brief introduction from my side.
Thank you, Evert. Really amazing opportunities are offered by ExtendLaw, and you have amazing testimonials from almost all of major law firms in Estonia. But for now, we haven't heard much about ExtendLaw in Latvia. I hope we will soon.
So yeah, actually, Sorainen, I can tell it freely that Sorainen in Latvia is also using our product, but there's work to do to actually speak with, I don't know, Cobalt TGS and make introductions to Latvian law firms as well, because now we have this Likumi module. This is brand new module, so that's why you haven't actually heard that we are in Latvian market as well.
Great, I hope we will. Very soon. With such an amazing client list in Estonia, do you consider yourself a startup, or are you already an established company enjoying stable growth?
So in terms in Estonia, yeah, I would say that I'm pleasantly surprised how many lawyers are there. So we actually started off with law firms, but now we have like energy companies. We have like big Nasdaq listed companies which are using us in Estonia. So the pool is quite big among in Estonia as well. So we are growing in Estonia too. But of course, it's flattening out the growth rate in Estonia, and that's the reason why we are also pushing in Latvia and Lithuania now.
And do you have ambitions outside the Baltic market?
Yeah, actually, it is with this Microsoft Word module, which I mentioned, and in there, it doesn't really matter in which jurisdictions you are. In there, we have actually different clients from abroad as well. Abroad, I mean, outside of Baltics as well. But yeah, we're looking of a way how to expand this thing to other countries as well, because the main thing, the system which adds extra information on top of legislation, this is very language specific, jurisdiction specific. You need to know where the sources are, where are this legislation, where are explanatory notes, where are court cases, can you use them, can you find patterns in them. In that sense, it's hard to expand from country to country, but working on it, and hopefully we will be able to expand to other countries as well.
Let's hope that we will hear all about ExtendLaw from other countries as well in time. Thank you, Evert, so much for this amazing story. And please stay for Q&A in the end. Thank you very much. So as our next presenter, I would like to call Amberlo. Is Amberlo here?
Yeah. Hi. Hello. I'm here.
Hello, Aidas. Really great to see you. So Amberlo is from Lithuania, and you try to make lawyer life less difficult, do you?
Well, actually, not less difficult, but much better than it is. So I don't think it's so very difficult. Lawyers are busy, but I think they're doing interesting jobs. So, you know, if you like what you are doing, you cannot call life difficult. Well, maybe that's you know, that's my call in it. Yeah, I'll probably share my screen because it will be easier than just you know to go through the presentation and to present and talk. So what we have built is it's a lawyer-friendly software, and it's used for managing law firm. So it covers the process from client intake to the final payment collection. And we streamline the processes on the way. So we fix client relationship management, we fix team management, we fix time tracking and billing and reporting, and also we replace multiple general purpose tools. And this is all done in one very easy to consume package. So and the reason why we built it, it was simply a lack of good tools for non-English speaking markets. So let's say if you would look into UK, you will find Leap, an Action Step, and you will also find Clear today. US has lots of strong players, which are also available in Canada or Australia or New Zealand. But let's say if you go to non-English speaking markets, the situation is radically different. And I myself, I had the first VC-funded software business in the Baltics back in 2001. And we were working with the banks in Western Europe. So and I was spending quite a lot of time with lawyers. And at the time, the most popular tools were like Outlook and Excel sheets. And well, still many law firms they rely on those tools. So and that's why we built it. And we have clients from 40 countries, from 42 actually, and these are starting from solo lawyers up to legal 500 firms, and we create a lot of value. Basically, how we so our clients, they report up to 30% increase improvement in the bottom line. And this is without adding additional resources, but by leveraging existing resources. And we do it by improving work with the clients, so that the promises that are made, the things that are discussed, that they are turned into revenue. We also make sure that the time tracking is improved, and which results in 10 to 20% less hours lost. And also we provide very detailed and professional-looking reports to the clients, and which creates a very strange side effect. Because when the clients, law firm clients, they start getting professional reports, there is less room left for negotiation. So, and this results in less hours written law. As I say, we achieve those numbers without introducing any rocket science. Actually, Amberlo is quite different to most of the solutions available, because we have a combination of different things in one package that's hard to replicate. So we have an all-in-one package which also connects different other systems like Microsoft 365, so you can connect your documents and emails and calendar. And we also have e-court integrations. And so you manage all the information in one place. Also, our tool is very quick to start. It takes between like 1 day to 1 week, depending on the data import requirements. But it also takes 30 minutes to train a timekeeper, which is in no time. And also the service is very reliable. So our uptime is, we publish it and can be checked at any time. So it's close to 100%. It's 100% actually most of the time. And we also spend a lot of efforts on security. And so we are very transparent with the service. We do not lock our clients. We think that we are only as good as far as we can continue bringing value to the clients. And we have also frequent updates and open API, and we are also one of a few legal tech startups that have proper professional indemnity insurance. So just in case of something really bad would happen, that we would be covered. So typical implementation time, as I mentioned, between 30 minutes to 1 week. So it's really quick, and after implementing, our users get access to the service. They can use any device, including mobile devices, and it's all managed in the secure environment. And talking about security, we invest a lot, and we are also one of few startups that have ISO certification. We are using leading tools for physically scanning software code, infrastructure, and apps to make sure that there are no known vulnerabilities. We are running bug bounty program and doing a number of other things. And since 2017, we were nobody had have succeeded to hack into the platform, and we have like normally three, 4, up to 10 people who are trying to do it like on a daily basis. So because people are curious what lawyers are storing on our platform. And we are using Amazon, and we have quite sophisticated infrastructure. So this is just to illustrate that there is a lot of complexity behind, and for the end users, it's just very, very easy app. Also, we are working on something big, and we are planning to introduce artificial intelligence, and we will start by automating time tracking. So based on what lawyers are doing and the information they are working with, but later on we are planning to introduce contract analysis, e-discovery, case outcome prediction, KYC, ALM, and other functions. So this this platform will be improved further on with AI features. Also, what makes us different to many legal tech startups, we have like ages of industrial experience, and we could play a little game here. If I would ask the audience to add any word to the word Deutsche, so this would be probably either my past client, or one of my team members would be working with this company. So for us, let's say building software is something that that we do, and we know how to do it. So and I'm not sure what about the timing. I could quickly also show how it looks if there's still any time left.
Very shortly, yes. We could see your solution. This would be our first demo. Thank you, Aidas.
Just a second. I'll just quickly. Do you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so it's a web-based app. So to work with that, you only need a browser, and we have also mobile apps, and it covers the process from client intake to the final invoice. So what you can do here, you can manage your contacts, work on matters, do time and expense tracking, plan your meetings and tasks, sign contracts with the clients, and issue invoices. Also, the app is very easy to consume because so first off, when you log in, you see the key information. On the left side, there are some key performance indicators like personal targets. And here I can see, let's say, how I'm performing, and in the central part, you see everything was planned, everything what was happening. And if you're curious about what's behind a certain number, you can just simply click. So, for example, here I see that I have nearly 10,000 euro in past due payments. I can click on it, and then I see where this is coming from. I'm not sure what currency was used here, but also if you want to find something, it's very easy and it instantly does it. And we also provide what we call 360-degree view. So here I have a company information, and on the left side there is the information about the company itself. In the central part we see planning board, the complete history of what was happening with this company. Then if we have some agreements like the budget agreed, one time a monthly budget, so it's possible to set budgets. You can see also statistics about the work performed with this client, also about what was invoiced, and it's so you if there would be any email communication, so everything would be located in one place, and it's within the reach, within a few clicks, and actually it takes like a few minutes if you want to perform some, if you perform some work and you need to issue an invoice. So I can demonstrate, let's create, okay, it's a Lithuanian one, but so to create a timesheet, and here are 3 timesheets registered, and I just can go to bills and click create invoice, add timesheets, click on prepare, and then my invoice is created. I can choose, let's say, different languages, or do it bilingual, and it all works in a very easy way. And
yes, I can certainly agree to you. And this was really amazing demo. I can certainly see how you help us lawyers do better, and with some administrative tasks that we face every day. Thanks so much for the amazing demo. I'm sure we will have, I personally have a lot of questions to you. Please stay for Q&A, but we have to go further. And thank you so much.
Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you. And as our next presenter, I would like to invite HUGO.legal. And HUGO.legal also represents our northern neighbor, Estonia, country of unicorns. Hopefully, HUGO.legal will be the next one. Welcome, Erkki. So good to meet you.
Hi, great to be here, and thank you very much for organizing such a great event. I'm sorry, yes, I cannot share the screen myself due to technical reasons, but I can see there is a solution found already, so we can start with the next slide, please. So yes, just briefly my background. I'm also by profession I'm a lawyer, so worked as a general counsel, I think more than 10 years, almost even 15. previously been involved in financial sector and managing different financial institutions. And but today I'm really glad to talk to you about HUGO.legal. So we are a little bit different than the presentations you heard before, because we are not so much dealing with the lawyer side. So so how to make lawyers more efficient in that way. Instead, we are more focusing on access to justice issue, and on the consumer side. So how to more consumers get access to more affordable legal services, because different studies have brought out that it's really in a global level it's a big problem. Like 80% of the population do not have access to justice, and that's a really big issue. So if we go next, we need to talk about a little bit about the paradox in legal industry, because while the consumers are not cannot afford legal services, or at the same time there are problems with lawyers as well. So a lot of lawyers, and especially when we talk about solo practitioners, they are not really good at, or they have difficulties in attracting new customers. Or creating enough sufficient billable hours per day, and so there is like problems on both sides. And we have in our solutions that I'm going to talk to you about, we have figured how to kind of like cross this gap and how to make these two parties that are not so happy and have problems more in connection to each other. So if we can move next, basically with HUGO, in a nutshell, or in a big picture, we do three things. Firstly, we are operating as a legal marketplace. So we can say like a legal Uber, or as some of you may know, legal Bolt. Bolt, that's an Estonian unicorn. So what we do is we match people who have legal problems with different solo practitioners, and use the principles of sharing economy. So meaning that we as a HUGO, we are not a legal service provider, we are not a law firm, we are just the technology and platform in between. And this is how the way we mostly operate in Estonia, where we have like 50 lawyers in the network, where we have like roughly 1,000 new customers per month. And in all in our in history, we have kind of facilitated legal help more to 40,000 people who need help. So this is our like core in Estonia. Secondly, we are really focused on building robot lawyers. We have roughly 10 plus robot lawyers that are live at the moment, mostly helping people in Estonia, but also in Latvia and Lithuania with our Dieselgate robot. So the robot lawyers are basically they're do-it-yourself tools. They help people without no legal education, legal background. They help to do simple legal tasks, for example, do alimony claims, or if they have disputes with debt collections, they help to prepare arguments, or to like if there is a like unjustified claim that's being pursued by debt collectors. So, and all these simple tasks and this first legal step is with our solution done by a robot. And if the person, if the robot doesn't help, it's not sufficient, then we match the person with the suitable lawyer from our platform, or from our marketplace. And thirdly, our new, I would say one of our like branches, or one of our core things we do is we offer solutions for like class action management, meaning like a lot of different claims put together, how to collect them, how to handle them, how to work with them efficiently. This is mostly the part where we come to help to lawyers as well and different legal practices, but it's mostly meant for consumer protection, because a lot and oftentimes consumers are left like alone with their troubles, and put together the fact that they often don't have enough resources to pursue their claims, or the claims are just so small individually that it would be like economically viable to do that. So our WID solution is that how we collect them, we kind of like bundle them together and act as one entity in pursuing them. So that's the third thing. If we can move now next. I talked about today more focusing on the robot lawyers and the class action lawsuits. So basically, what are the functionalities of our robot lawyers at the moment? They have document automation possibilities. So meaning that it all happens in the chat at the moment. So a user opens a chat, fills in the information that the robot asks, and then at the end of the conversation, a document is sent to the email of the user. So basically, what it does, it automates. It does this document automation from basically zero. So it enables us to offer customer service support. So we have some like capabilities of answering most common questions that the customers might add, or then if it's too difficult, then we can connect them with our customer service. Of course, the Lawbots work as a lead generation. They have a capabilities of doing different stuff, like doing calculations. For example, Dieselgate robot lawyer that enables to calculate how much money can you get from your car manufacturer who has given out wrong information about your car emissions, and due to what you have actually a claim towards your, for example, Volkswagen. This robot lawyer validates, do you have a claim, and then also says that how much your claim can be. And so about, yes, and of course in our like HUGO the chat engine, we have also possibilities to manage billing. So if we can move next, I will speed it up a little bit. Basically, our target focuses at the moment are Germany, where we are working on a really big project, bank fee project, where we start to collect claims against the banks, and the individually taken their small claims, like a couple hundred euros maybe per claim, and it wouldn't be worth time to handle them individually, but at the same time, if we take them together, there can be really big sums. And in the Baltic, we have from the robots, the most popular robot is so far Dieselgate, but in the Baltics we mostly as I said, our main business at the moment is still in Estonia with our legal service platform. So we can move next. Some just quick numbers about Dieselgate. So for example, with 3 or 4 months, we collected more than 15,000 users. With a really small budget. It was mostly PR, and it was like really, it went kind of like viral, because people got really interested in how much money can I get from my, how much big claim do I have against my car manufacturer. And all in all, we collected like almost 50 million euros worth of claims. This is just one robot lawyer. So if we move next, this is just one glimpse to how our chat engine, or this is our brain inside the Lawbots. So we have done it in a way it's actually really simple to generate. You can generate the chat flow through different functionality blocks. And even if you don't have like IT background or something like that, it's and even if you're a lawyer like me, it's possible to do it if really simple flow. If you know the basics there, you can do very simple flow, even like as in 10 minutes or so. So this is just one glimpse. It should actually, I think it doesn't play at the moment. It should play as well, but yeah, we can skip that. So we are used currently. We are also a partner of Estonian government in offering state-supported legal services. So we manage that through our platform and use the capabilities of our platform with that. Already mentioned, we have 50 plus solo practitioners in our network whose life we are trying to do more efficient and easy through with our different like functionalities, and we are also being used by like law partners for this class action management. So if we move next, briefly about we have attracted VC funding or angel investment funded. One of the funds, Super Angel, has invested in HUGO, and the government, the contract with the government is worth 3.5 million that we just made this year. If we move next, then just really shortly our founders team. So we have different backgrounds. But I think that's what makes it good. I'm the only lawyer, and I think that's always also good, especially when talking about legal tech and disrupting the market. It's good to think not often. It's good to think not like a lawyer. So I think it's beneficial. And then if we move next, we're also proud of our advisory board members from different backgrounds. Also, one of the members is a funding investor in Super Angel, one of the recognized Estonian funds, and also we have an attorney from the US, so they help us to get to if we need some discussions on the vision or where to go with the products. And if I believe it's the next slide is the last one. So we currently also have quite an international team already. So Elvira, you might know who's our expansion manager. So from Latvia, we have members from Germany and from other countries as well. Although the most of the members still are from Estonia. So then that's briefly everything from my side. Thank you. Sorry, I think it went over time a little bit.
Thank you, Erkki. Thank you for your presentation. And I'm sure we will have a lot of questions for you in the end. I personally do have some questions for you. But now we are really quite short on time. So I would like to welcome our last but not least presenter, RockTerms from Latvia. Hi, Udis. So good to see you. You are a fellow lawyer yourself.
Yes, correct. Sveiki Latvians, tere Estonians, and labas dienas Lithuanians, and especially to Ukrainians, slava Ukraini. I will share my screen in the moment. So hi again, I'm Udis Pilabers, the co-founder and the CEO of RockTerms. And with RockTerms, anyone without legal knowledge or IT skills can create visual legal docs or websites and apps. So basically, we all, as lawyers know, and also non-lawyers, that most of all legal documents are full of jargon, so hardly everyone can understand them. However, there are laws who require easy to understand and concise legal documents, especially if they're addressed to children. For example, the GDPR, and there is also national requirements. For example, in the UK, there's a children code. In Ireland, there's fundamentals for child-oriented approach to data processing. And if companies do not follow these requirements, they may be fined. For example, GDPR states that fines are up to 20 million euros or 4% of global turnover, whichever is higher. So we created a tool to draft these documents. Actually, this is altogether, I could say this is Microsoft Word plus Paint, where you can choose colors and icons, plus a Google Doc where you can share with your team and change, accept and review these documents, and also kind of a PowerPoint where you can drag and drop these blocks as you want. So in the middle, there's a section of the content, so you can choose icons, drag them to the left or to the right or up and down. On the left part, there is the dashboard where you can change colors, fonts, sizes, width of the document, and so on. And you can also switch from the mobile view to the desktop and verify how does it look on mobile, for example. So what does it mean? What are the benefits? First of all, as I mentioned, it's compliance. Companies may be fined if they don't follow the requirement of being concise and understandable and using icons. This is a no-code tool, so you don't have to program anything. You don't have to design anything. You can build on yourself. As up to our experience, when the documents are transformed, as we've seen them usual, to when they are created by using our tools, so the text is much less. And what does it mean? If the company has a website on, for example, 10, 15, there are also companies who have like 35 languages. So it's cost saving on translation. And it's super easy and fast to implement I will show you in the demo session how does it work. It's time saving as well in this aspect. So here's one example. It's classic privacy policy, and I cannot blame this company. It's called XNet. They're selling. Actually, they've acquired by another company, not more in the market. But at the time, 1.5 years ago, this was their privacy policy, and I cannot blame the lawyers. I cannot blame the company, because this is the way how I, as a lawyer, have worked for many years. But it's obvious that the company has no resources for designers or to design specific the most relevant information in this policy. And this company, among with other violations, such as some issues with cookies, this company was fined from the Latvian Data Protection Authority in the amount of 15,000 euros. So we are providing a tool which is like an insurance policy. If you are using our tool, you can avoid huge fines. And here's one use case from our customers. Their shipping policy, actually, I can say it's pretty clear. There are questions in bold and answers, by using bullet points. So this is not the worst example to show. However, after using our tool, this is how it looks, the result. The most relevant information is highlighted, and you, as a company, never know what your customer, what your buyer is looking for. How long you will ship the product, how much do I have to pay for the shipping, and so on. So it's not only about the compliance, but also increasing sales. And you can create any type of documents, not only terms and conditions, privacy policies, shipping and returns, cookies. Our customers also are B2B companies. For example, they created data processing agreements, acceptable use policies, and you name it, you can create anything. That's it from me. recently we have started cooperation and partnerships with lawyers and web development agencies. So if you are willing to cooperate somehow or have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you so much, Udis, and thank you for being very diligent with your time. Since we are a little bit late, let's proceed straight away to the Q&A session. May I ask Aidas and Evert also to join us? And we have a few questions for you.
I'm back.
Aidas, I have a question for you. Could you share with us your biggest challenge in getting law firms aboard?
Well, actually, I think the biggest challenge is showing the value, and we are improving on that. So and this reflects on our sales. But I think the problem is that historically lawyers, they were like staying in a safe distance from technology, and you know, even if we provide like a particular example, look, this law firm gained 40 billable hours per lawyer per month when they implemented our software. Let's say often even this argument doesn't help. So because I think that simply we need, you know, we need more dialogue. We need to talk about it. We need more examples. We need more events, and then it will come. But let's say the situation is changing, but actually we were hoping that it will change faster. So let's say our initial assumptions, they were too optimistic. So the good thing is that we still managed to reach, let's say, what we had planned, but we reached our average scenario, but of course the aim was to reach the optimistic scenario. So today we should be talking about 1.5 million euro in annual revenue already. We are on the way to that, but we are not there yet. And the reason for that was that our assumption was that, okay, there is a huge gap, like American Bar Association reported that around 20% of US lawyers are using legal-specific cloud tools. So it sounded like, you know, a lot of room to grow. And then let's say we had COVID, we had also the complete shift, let's say, in the way we communicate, like with the team members, with the clients, but this accelerated processes as well, but not as much as we would hope. So this is the biggest challenge on our side.
Thank you. I think this your answer has resonated probably with most of our guests here today, but I would like to ask my next question to HUGO.legal, to Erki. Erki, on the same note, has it been a challenge to sign up lawyers to work via HUGO?
Thank you. Well, I wouldn't say that this maybe has been the main challenge for us. Maybe just when we started and it was like first years, and it was more maybe difficult to show that there is also alternative to like going to work for bigger law firms or doing your own law firm as a solo practitioner. So there is like third way alternative, just using the platform. So basically like being a solo but being empowered by a platform, and that means that the lawyer, well, how we sell it to lawyers is that you don't need to worry about where to get customers anymore, or how to do this administrative tasks or issue bills, or you just do the legal work, we do the rest. So the platform does the rest. So once they maybe understand the value proposition, I think it's quite easy to sell our product to solo practitioners. I think more or less the difficult part maybe is to for us has been how to enter to new markets. For example, we have been in Poland. Certain ways maybe still are there because our robot operates there. But how to find this, like our market entry has always been through some kind of popular widespread problem that's in the country and building a robot around that. And it has not been so difficult, easy actually to find such a problem and such a solution. For that, we actually have designed and developed also student programs. So we have students around the world actually at the moment who from Indonesia and even from Africa and then East Asia, who's together with who we are trying to figure out these hot topics and trends in the markets, and if there seems to be fit, then we decide, and when we have done market research, then we decide to go there. But so I wouldn't say yes that attracting lawyers, but more or less how to enter the markets and how to pick them. That's the really challenge for us.
Thank you for the detailed answer. To continue a bit, have you Erkki, have you tried to approach attorneys at law, and how do you approach that problem? Because for attorneys at law, as you probably are well aware, there could be no middleman in helping the client.
Yes, attorneys, it's difficult. We have tried that in Estonia mostly, and our analysis shows basically that it's possible in the range of law. It's possible to set it up in a way, but we have felt that attorneys are not so eager to try it out, because they're a little bit afraid of how the bar association will react and what it will think, and no one wants to really go in conflict with the bar association. So keeping that in mind, we haven't been really focusing on getting attorneys, but more on lawyers who doesn't have such problems. But in theory, I think it's possible to do it and to manage all these risks that there are, but it's definitely much more difficult than just operating with lawyers.
Right, we lawyers are a very conservative bunch.
Yes.
As everyone is aware. Thank you, Erkki. But I would like to ask my next question to this. So, as you said, you got your inspiration to create RockTerms from the General Data Protection Regulation, right, back in 2018. Yes. So, as we all know, GDPR actually demands that privacy policies are concise and easy to understand. But why aren't they, despite the explicit regulation? And do you think we lawyers are somehow guilty of it?
Definitely. As you mentioned previously, it's hard to shake that, not industry, but that experts. It's definitely, it's a old tradition how it has been in the past, and even now talking. It's not about our solution, RockTerms. It's about being concise itself. Many lawyers like to, what happened? What if this happens? What if that happens? So it's the tradition. How does it work? And some kind of being afraid of being guilty of not adding some extra clause. But it's really opposite how the GDPR states. You have to be concise. You have to be understandable. You have to use icons. And with myself, it started actually, as you mentioned, I was creating legal, not creating, reviewing and changing privacy policies at the time. And before starting that, and before the May 25, 2018, like half a year or maybe something previous that, I was reading the GDPR, and then there was written black on white. You have to be concise and use these visualizations, and especially where the children are involved, like social networks, gaming, learning platforms. some football clubs, and any material where kids are probably accessing.
Thank you. Let's hope we lawyers could change and change fast, because the world around us is changing really quite faster than we are. But my next question is to ExtendLaw. We actually have received one question about scalability of your solution. So we have this solution for Estonia, and we also have this solution for Latvia. And these solutions are really targeted towards each market. Do you plan something which could be more universal, which could be more universally used, and maybe this word extensions you were talking about is something that you plan to use to solve it?
So Word is one thing, but I also mentioned we have this EU module. So we are actually adding extra information on top of EURLEX, the official website where all the directives and regulations are. And also we are enhancing this GDPR, which is applied all over EU. So in there as well, you can gather information, share it among your colleagues, search for court cases as well. So in that sense, we think that it might be one way. I can still see that the country-specific information is more valuable for lawyers, but it seems now on and on there are more regulation from the EU, the competition law, highly regulated by EU. Now the privacy topic, highly regulated by EU. We see that it might be one way how to scale to other countries as well, to focus on some niche areas of law which are unified, and also this word thing as well. So there are like quite two separate things. One is focusing on legislation and helping to manage legislation information better, and the other thing is this Microsoft Word plugin, which also we can sell outside of EU as well. So.
Thank you, Evert. And I could definitely see some synergies here between our today's presenter, which could be explored further. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for fighting to change the legal industry and helping us lawyers in our everyday work. I hope that us lawyers that we will change and also change the legal industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. And with this, I would like to conclude our event and say thank you again to our guests and to our attendees who have stayed with us throughout the whole event. Thank you so much. And also, please check in the chat. We have some notes which were left by Avokaado, who was leaving us early and unfortunately didn't have the chance to stay for Q&A session. Thank you so much. Check us on Legal Hackers page on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and join us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.